Gladeo is an inclusive next-generation career navigation platform for the future of work.
We want to build a more inclusive, equitable, and prepared workforce for the future.
And I am a writer, director, actor, and producer, mostly focusing on producing.
I'm working as the EMT for San Francisco County.
I'm the Vice President of Finance and Operations.
I'm the Creative Director.
A lactation consultant.
Environmental Engineer.
And I'm a game designer.
The Gladeo platform uses videos, storytelling, an extensive digital library of informational interviews, and resource recommendations that are personalized to each user.
It's the personal experience of an individual that really gets you to see yourself and be like, hey, I'm kind of like that. And she did it or he did it, then I can do it.
It is a culturally relevant approach. And that storytelling piece is so important because one of the things that many students of minority populations or many underserved students who are marginalized from relatable role models is that they know that they want a career, but they don't know anyone in that career. They just saw something on TV.
There's a reason why there's diversity in the careers that are actually represented in TV. When you know about a career, then you're like, okay, you're going to put it on a list of careers that you potentially might pursue. We tell stories of people who are not necessarily represented.
We always want to get more underrepresented groups to focus on STEM careers, whether it's underrepresented by gender or race or SES. Most of the other career platforms out there have unfortunately still been telling the mainstream narrative. And what Gladeo is doing is really disrupting that.
And so this whole world opens up of who they can be. And then with the click of a button, they can tap into somebody who looks and sounds just like them, who came from where they came from, and who's telling their story. And then they are well on their way to becoming that story.
I lead the workforce development efforts at LAEDC. I often get approached about different platforms. We work really closely with the region's 21 community colleges, 5 CSUs, 7 workforce development boards, 81 K-12 school districts and so forth. And so Gladeo for us is a solution to go to the average Angelino, that they can have access to all of this information at their fingertips, which then is a huge step towards equity and inclusivity. We have a ton of great resources and programs, and the people who need it most don't have access to that information. They have to dig and dig and dig. You read one article, you see one site, you get this information, you go to another, you get contradictory information. I mean, it's just really difficult to navigate. But Gladeo makes data come alive. They present it in such a digestible format. It's a brain drain for LAEDC. And so the partnership was just so easy.
I am the Director of Education Innovation Ventures, which is the program-related investment arm of ECMC Foundation. And we are investors in Gladeo. The beauty is really around the partnerships. It's about bringing in the local government agencies, the workforce development partnerships, the employers, the training providers, the educational providers. The platform links you to community colleges, as well as certificate and credential programs in your region that will help you pursue that career pathway that is of interest to you. It's really dynamic and it's highly integrated. It's really about a one-stop shop and a hub for job seekers.
And so Gladeo fills the inspiration gap, fills the information gap, it fills the access gap, the role model gap, all in one single platform. And it's a very humble approach to this very important work that all educators have to do, is to architect the human potential of our students. That's what this education work is all about. And that's what Gladeo is about.
If we can help them believe that they can actually have a career, not just a job, and then we give them all of the planning, resources, and events and opportunities to be able to do that. That's why we started Gladeo.
A lot of different career sites put out great information, but it's not relatable. But through Gladeo, we like to say we're giving our students permission to dream.